What is up, good people? Welcome back to the Fuel Yourself audio cast. I am your host, Shawana Mays, certified life and wellness coach who guides women who are 40 plus from being stuck to becoming unstoppable when it comes to their goals, helping them trash the chronic quitting and unlock unstoppable follow through. Come on now. Okay, so for this episode, listen, I couldn't wait to dive into this topic of self accountability. And there are two specific reasons that recently came up that made me want to dive into talking about accountability in this episode. So we're just going to dive right on in. The first reason is I recently made this post on my social media stating if you currently have any specific goals you want to achieve, what stops you from starting and or following through? And I received a few likes and of course I received some loves, but there was one woman who was brave enough to actually leave a comment. So I just want to say kudos to her, by the way. And her comment said the reason why she doesn't follow through with reaching her goals, and in this case it was like her health and fitness goals, was because she has no accountability partner to help her stay consistent. So I followed up with a question like, what would change in your life if you could create self accountability? And her response was, my health and body, which would also benefit my mental, like here, meaning her mindset. So my response to that was, I know we feel like, the accountability that we want comes from like all things external. And we've fallen into that belief so deeply that we see it as truth. Now you can be inspired by others, but the accountability, I get so tripped up on that word. The accountability, like the self-accountability, it gets to be built by you. The accountability outside of you is what I like to call extra credit accountability. So that was my response to her. Now, of course, she just liked the message, which was fine. But if you're anything, or like if you are just like exactly where this lady is with her mindset, then what I'm about to tell you will probably have you upset with me for putting the responsibility of accountability on you because you've given that power to other people and things and circumstances for so long that it feels like it's the right thing to do. It feels normal. And that's fair. But here's what I want you to know, you can be upset with me, and I'm okay with that. In fact, like I was like seriously upset with myself when I found out this information in the beginning of my self-help personal development journey because that's where I learned all about self-accountability and actually how to achieve it. Now listen up, sis. Like there is no accountability that is better than self-accountability. And I am speaking from someone who has been on the other side of this where I relied on other people and things in my circumstances, right, to hold me accountable. And when those things didn't, I would be extremely upset about not reaching my goals because I did not know I could create my own self accountability. And I know, it may be hard to believe that there's no better accountability than self accountability. But if you are someone who constantly relies on having external accountability to reach your goals, like honestly, you just will never reach them. But here's the thing, we've all been hardwired to believe that reaching our goals can only be achieved through external accountability. But I want to ask you, how has that been working out for you so far? Relying on someone or something to hold you accountable. Like, really think about that. So, let me paint this picture for you. It's likely you'll have yourself and one or two other people who are deciding to go after a specific goal. And maybe each of your goals are different from one another, or maybe they're the same, doesn't matter. But the chances are None of you are actually skilled at following through with goal after goal and getting results one after another. So, of course, when one person falls off, so does everyone else. Then you're right back to where you started looking for another accountability partner. And this can go on for month after month and year after year, just really leading to your habit of chronic quitting. And then somehow you still carry that belief that you need an accountability partner because you are so unconscious to the belief that you hold that accountability is external. So here's the thing, self accountability is the key. And you can't create self accountability holding on to old belief patterns and doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It just does not work. I'm telling you. Now, the second reason I wanted to talk about it was because I was taking solo morning walks on this past trip that I just got back from visiting New York and New Jersey. And I already knew that my plan would be every day I was going to get up and go for my morning walk before all the day's activities started. Didn't matter what anyone else was doing, not even my partner. All I knew was walking is my jam. It helps me think, helps me solve problems, helps me come up with personal and business ideas. I mean, and of course, I'm getting the byproduct of body movement, which serves my physical goals. So, walking was my plan, and nothing that anyone said or did was going to throw me off track of that. Now, I do have to admit, in my past life, I actually would have allowed others to sway me from doing what I wanted to do. Not that they were telling me not to do it, but if they weren't doing it, I didn't want to feel like the oddball, right? Like, why should I do it if they're not? Right? I didn't want to feel like that person who was doing something different outside of the crowd, like outside of what everyone else was doing. I really, really was trying to people please. And my brain would take me there with those thoughts because I'm human. Those thoughts used to come up. I used to be at the effect of all my negative thinking and then creating this life that I didn't even want. And deep down inside, I wanted something different, but not being bold enough to actually honor my true feelings, right? It's crazy, crazy, but it's normal because it's what we're used to. You know, that's what we as humans do until something in our life changes, whether it's something that is forced or we just recognize on our own that change needs to happen. And we just make the decision to make it happen. And then we make a decision to have an unconditional commitment to making it happen. And that unconditional commitment starts with your thoughts. It's where your self accountability is birthed from. It doesn't come from other people or the world, it's all built internally. It's truly understanding your brain's operating system, how you think and feel, and the actions you take that create your results. Because once you understand you on such a deep level, you'll understand how much power and control you have over creating any change that you want to see in your life. And that's when changing the game of your life gets so fun because taking responsibility over your life won't feel like such a bad thing anymore. I mean, actually, in fact, you'll want to do more than not do it, right? Just to see what you can create. It's just such fascinating stuff. So don't be afraid to learn this work. Don't be afraid to try on something new and different. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable. It can change your life and the lives of those around you. I am sending you so many big hugs, sis. You have truly got this. Self accountability is pure love. You can build it just like the many women who already have, including myself. Just remember though, okay, this is not overnight work. It's starting the process, understanding the process, applying the process, failing through the process, winning through the process, and then falling in love with the process of building self accountability. And if you want to go deeper with this work, I will help you create a whole new self identity by teaching you how to walk through that process to become that woman who follows through and creates any result no matter what. So let's do it. You can book a free life and wellness consultation with me through my website at www.royalrenewal.info. And if you ever need clarity on anything that I share on these audio casts, because I do like to keep them short and sweet, please feel free to email me at info@rippedroyaltywellness.com, or you can message me on Instagram at your_holistic health coach. So for now, I'm wishing you a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of ease, and a whole lot of love. And I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.